I want to tell you a little bit today about this area. It's the area of Recodo that we went to a baptism at. It was a really cool baptism to go to. It's also known as Kalamalamahan and also Ragungun. So it has three different names, and you may have heard one of those names. But I first went back in there in 1989. We were new on the field and very inexperienced. I didn't know the language. I didn't know any language back then. And I can remember going in to survey that the first time, and my fellow missionaries didn't have time to come with me, so I went all by myself with a Filipino friend. And I remember we fell down going in on the motorbike because the road was so remote and so difficult. And when we got into the village, I could barely walk, and the lady started putting leaves on my leg and spitting on it and talking to it and doing different things, and I was totally ignorant. I had no idea what she was doing, and I found out later on that she was doing some sort of witchcraft, trying to fix my leg up. The second time we went in there, I can remember coming home with Debbie on the back of the bike. I took her with me, and she was shaking with malaria, and I had to ride the motorbike holding her with one arm and riding with the other hand for 200 kilometres. It was a really difficult trip because she would fall off the bike. And back in those days we didn't have the luxuries of having four-wheel drive vehicles. But anyway, we didn't move into that area because it has three different languages. It's right on the Muslim border of the Maranel tribe. So you have the Higa-Ornan tribe, the Maranel tribe, and then the local lowland language as well. So we moved about 6 hours walk to the east, and that's where we lived for the first 12 years. And we sent evangelists to go there once. We'd planted a church, and there was a small church planted there in Recodo, but it struggled for years and years. It struggled until about 5 years ago we built 2 homes there, and the churches over there where we lived for 12 years sent 2 of their families to live there permanently, and those missionaries are there to this day. Ruel and his wife Irene, and James and Jingjing. And they've really established this work. The Lord has used them greatly, and they've reached out and they've planted many other churches in that surrounding area. It's better to have a full-time missionary than to have people commuting back and forth to the work. So this is some of the fruit of that work. They've had many baptisms, but this is one that we've had the privilege to go to, and I hope you've really enjoyed the clip and seeing these brothers and sisters showing their faith, the Lord's burial and His resurrection through them going through the waters of baptism.